I'm going to live the most normal life for 24 hours. The day begins with getting up at an early time of 7 a.m. because people just like to wake up early for some reason. I also had to get less than 7 hours of sleep because the world likes to be sleep deprived. My first task takes place 5 minutes after waking up, and that's to check on some social media. Going through each and every one of my social medias gives me some short spurts of dopamine to make me feel something in a treacherous morning. And after a few minutes of checking my socials, I begin to head upstairs to eat the most normal of my first 3 meals, breakfast. And what's a normal breakfast, you ask? Well, it's eggs. So to cook my eggs, I'll need a pan, then a bit of heat, with a coating of unstick spray. Then it's time to crack the eggs. In goes the yolks, and then it's time for cooking. And see, I'm no expert at cooking, but how hard can it be to screw up an egg? Once the eggs are done, I take them to my seat and eat for the first time this morning. After finishing and rinsing my plate, it is now time to change. So off with my shirt and on with a white tee, then off with my pants and on with a nice pair of jeans. There's also one more thing to do, and that's to change my name to Maria, because that is the most common name in the world with over 60 million people having it. Then it's time for a morning walk, which may seem like something that people don't do very often, but everybody walks at some point in the day. So this is just me compiling it into a 10-minute endeavor. Next up are the most common exercises, which are squats, push-ups, lunges, planks, bench press, pull-ups, overhead press, bench over rows, and deadlifts. So for the next hour or so, I do these exercises on repeat to become a big, strong man. Now it's time for that good old 9 to 5, and instead of working as a retail salesperson, which is the most common job in the world, I'm a YouTube man. So I had to start by making the #1 thing uploaded to YouTube, funny animal videos.
Hey, do something funny. Do something funny. Do something funny. Boop.
And now it's time for my first pee break. Lunchtime is upon us, and since I'm working a 9 to 5, I get my 30-minute lunch break. The most common lunch item is a ham and cheese sandwich. And since I've only 8 eggs, I smashed that sandwich in about 3 bites. Then a large portion of my work was me streaming this fun FNAF game. Very fun. My snack was Doritos, which is a very common snack, even more common in an American household. After my long hours of work come to an end, I slump myself down on a chair and watch good old television. And the most watched thing on TV is sports. So there I go watching sports for over an hour. Off goes the TV and in goes the chicken, because for dinner I get to eat chicken and rice. What a delicious combo they are. Now that they're finished and smelling great, I get to go eat them like a normal human being. One of the most common hobbies is gardening. While I don't find the appeal to it, many people around the world like to eat vegetables and other wild things. So for the next 15 minutes, I cut things, I check things, and I water things until my time is up. And now it's time to socialize, so I bring one of my siblings over to have a little chat with. And since neither of us talk much, we struggle for a while to come up with things besides the weather to talk about. And another thing you do every day is lie. So here's me doing that.
I have AIDS, I think. Family Guy.
You suck. You want it. Man, I'm not results. I have balls in my balls. I hate everybody. My sister, or shoot. Hashtag all. Today is Sunday. 42 is my sitting there. The camera is $2. I have 20. I get it to a pub. You shall not tax.
Now it's time for the best activity. Being bored! Yes, being bored is something that can occur on a daily basis, so this is me sitting and staring at nothing for about 15 minutes. Many people practice religious beliefs daily, so I took a few minutes to pray. Then I went to sit outside and sat there like you see old people doing in the summer. Next, I went on more social media for a while because the daily average is over 2.5 hours. Again, more socializing, but this time with my other sibling, where we talk about some epic stuff. Now it's time for chores, and if you're still an adolescent, then you probably do these on a daily basis. Comment down below which chore is your least favorite. So now it's time to read, and I chose this great Diary of a Wimpy Kid book because I'm still internally 4. Time for the second batch of looking through some social media. One of the last missions for me is to take my clothes and walk upstairs to cleanse my body, like any other normal person would. Last time into the bathroom and first and last time stripping naked. The last thing to do before bed is to get ready, so I brush my teeth and get my bed situated until it's time for me to finally lay down and go to sleep after my very, very normal day.